Hi guys, welcome to another daily video special. I'm Milan Macura, and today this video will be for the expert players because I will be talking about squeezes. But also for the intermediate and advanced players, this might be a great illustration of how you can make tricks on potentially low cards. So let's have a look. This board comes from the first division of the team tournament on FunBridge, and let's see how the bidding proceeds because we will be more focused on the card play. With a balanced hand, 3 useful honors and plus extra 14 high card points, I just open a minor and rebid usually a no trump, but after a heart with FunBridge, I have to show my 4 card in spades. So that's what I will do and wait what partner will do. And forcing 2 diamonds is asking me to describe the hand further. And since I denied 4 card in hearts, now I can show my 3 card and let partner decide about the final contract. And that's for hearts, and I'm happy for that because with balanced hand, it's always partner who is deciding about the contract. So we get the 7 of hearts lead, and now you should make the plan of the card play. And in trump contracts, you should always do the loser tricks in the long trumps, and that's actually what you should have done already before. So if you are using the loser tricks for evaluation of your hand, the card play becomes much easier for you. So you have 2 losers in hearts, ace is covering 1, and maybe the king can be finessed, or if it is with west, we will have 1 loser. In clubs, you have 2 losers in north, but king is covering 1, so we have 1 loser in clubs. In diamonds, similar situation, so already 3 potential losers. And in spades, you have a sure loser of ace of spades, which is 4. So now the goal, since you know that you have potential for losers, is to how to get rid of your losers. The ace of spades is a sure trick. The king of hearts is possible to finesse. So our goal is to get rid of the club loser and of the diamond loser. One of the options is to establish spade tricks because we have 3 top honors but only 2 cards in north. So on the third round of spades, I can discard a club or a diamond, which makes the contract certain to make. And then we can try to figure out if we have a chance to get rid of the other loser in a minor. And the potential in clubs and in diamonds or in spades is not very high because we are missing queen jacks in the minors. And because we have only 6 spades, opponents have 7 of them, so they still keep the higher spades than the 6. So the plan is very simple: draw the trumps, establish the spades, and then see what will go on. So we duck the first heart. Although the lead is not very probable, it will be from the king. Maybe East might be under pressure, and if the king is behind the ace, we will lose it anyway, and it's not very likely that it will be singleton. So the first round is good, that the jack wins the trick. Still, it's not certain that the king is with East, so we have to repeat the finesse and see if that works. So we can celebrate. And we can. So the king is with East, so we win the trick and we are able to draw the last trump. So suddenly we have 0 losers in hearts. The next step is to lose the trick you have to lose and establish your potential winners. Because in spades you cannot cash queen jack before you lose the trick on the ace. Also, it's very important if you want further to play the squeezes or some kind of an end place to watch all the cards. That's why these techniques are mainly for the experts who are able to spot and see also the small cards and make conclusions out of that. Because if we play a spade, see, so remember the 6 of diamonds. If we play the spade, Argent signals count with here with East and West. So the 2 of spades is odd number of cards in spades, so 3 or 5. that can help us a bit later to identify who has what. The Queen of Clubs, remember that North is hidden for East, so he has an option to play a spade, diamond and a club. So the Queen of Clubs can be from Queen Jack or might be only from the Queen, and he hopes that West has Ace Jack. Because the Six of Diamonds was kind of a discouraging signal with Found Bridge agreements. So I prefer to win it with the King, because I want to keep the Ace-10 as potential threat in North. And I might cash Queen and Jack of Spades and discard the Diamond loser. Now I will see what's the distribution in Spades. And because West played the 2, 4 and now the 10, it's certain that he has 3 spades and East started with 4 spades. And whenever you see a possibility like that the higher spade is in front of you, then you should be smelling that there might be a potential squeeze. Because I have a chance to win the 4th spade, I have the chance to establish the 10 of diamonds, or I have a chance to establish the 10 of clubs. So still I need to make a decision if to play the finesse in clubs or not. I can do it right now, but it's still a potential that East is having the Jack. So if I don't want to risk that, I can postpone the decision for later. So let's win the King of Diamonds, see that the 6 was followed with the 5 of Diamonds, and the 2 of Diamonds probably indicates a free card, so very probably West has a full card. So now if we cash the Queen of Hearts, East is forced to discard his first card, and it's already a diamond. So if he had 3 diamonds originally, now he's left with only 1 and we have the ace. So we can discard the club without any problems. Clubs come from here. From the distribution analysis, West started with only 2 hearts, 3 spades. We know about 4 diamonds, so he's most likely having 4 clubs. So he's still having 2 clubs and 2 diamonds. So we can play the last heart and see what they will discard. Ace is discarding a club. We can discard a club too. And West discards a diamond. If he is having 2 clubs and 1 diamond only, then the diamond will become the winner. So we can cash the ace of clubs and see if the Jack drops. It doesn't drop here, so the Jack is with West. We can discard the spade, which is still a loser because East is having the 9. So we discard the loser. The Jack didn't drop, but now West is having a high club. East is having a high spade. That means that both of their honors in diamonds will drop to our ace, and the 10 of diamonds becomes a winner. So this way, from potential only 10 tricks, we score 12. And even this is an imp tournament, every imp counts. And you can see that the result of 12 tricks is +1 imp, because the most played result was 11 tricks. Let's see what was the other scores. And this comes from the team tournament in the previous round. So April it's actually first round. And you can see that I scored +25. Which is a reasonable score, but you see that I had a couple of minuses. And 36 people did better with 3 no trumps, but still only +1 imp. And most people made 11 tricks in no trumps or in hearts. Now let's have a look how the squeeze was really performed and what the East-West had to do and what conditions has to be fulfilled in order for the double squeeze to work. For that purpose, I transferred the board into the GoToBridge software for FunBridge. It's an offline version which you can buy and download and have it on the computer, and you don't need the internet. And one of the options which is there is the hand generator, where you can choose any board and then replay it. And if you will be lucky, then Arjun will replay it too in an offline version. So we can, in the quick version, replay the board. with the bidding. You see that it's pretty fast. And now we play and the same lead. It has a technique in here on the right side, so if I move myself a bit, you see the eye here. So if we click it, we see all the players, and if we click the forehand, now we can play from all the players. Okay, well, it was a 9, so if you want to change the card, you can just change back. And we can get to the situation where we were. So we see from east-west how they struggle. So we play the spade towards the king and the ace, and now it comes the queen of clubs. Maybe something else was better. So first let's see how it went. So I win the king, cash the spades, and discarded a diamond in the north hand. See that the 9 is still in the east hand, and we can cross to the dummy either with the club, but we want to keep the clubs for a potential finesse if east discards both clubs on our hearts. So that's why we transfer to the north hand with the diamond king, play the queen of hearts, and now east, he cannot discard a spade, so he has to choose either the club or the diamond. If he chooses the club, then we will see what he will decide next. If he chooses a diamond, then that was his preferred action. Then we already have him squeezed, and we transform the squeeze to the west. The defense against double squeezes is that you always need to keep the high card in the threat on your right hand. And here, because South will be discarding clubs, he wanted to keep the clubs, but actually he's not holding them. So if he discards one, I can discard one, and West can still discard. So everybody has an easy discard. But right now, if I play the heart, and East suddenly keeps the diamond and the spade and discards another club, now I know that my spade is not a winner anymore, because East is keeping the spade, and I can discard the spade. Now see that suddenly West has to keep the clubs and can afford to discard the diamond. Now the squeeze has changed a bit, and I can realize that East is keeping one spade and two diamonds, so now I can perform just a simple finesse in clubs, because I know the jack of clubs is based on knowing how the cards are distributed for watching the signals. See that this is not, wait, okay, so I went back to the position where I played the spade. And now let's have a look if East has prevented me for playing the squeeze. So the prevention for the squeeze is that you have to keep the in the hand on your right side. And right now you don't know what it will be. You can postpone the decision, and you can attack the spades. If East will lead a small club, then the jack, you will force West to play the jack, and he will win the ace. And you can perform a simple spade club squeeze, because you will have the communication in between hands with the spade. If he plays the diamond though, or if he plays spade, he might still keep the threat in both hands with the clubs and still in the diamonds, so postpone it for later. So if he plays a spade, I win with the spade, cash the next one, discarding in here probably the same diamond, but see that both East and West are still keeping all the cards in both minor suits. So when I cross now to the north hand, I'm kind of in the situation where when North plays the queen, East suddenly knows that I discarded the diamond, so he has to keep the clubs. And he can discard the diamonds. If I play one more, he can still keep the third queen in clubs and discard the diamond, and suddenly I don't have a good discard. I need to keep the spade. I need to keep, well, maybe I don't need to keep the diamond to squeeze east, but if I discard the diamond, now I cannot force west to discard the diamond too, which protects east from discarding the club. So now the diamond will be the squeeze card for east, but because I lost the threat in the diamonds, then he can discard a club now, and west is keeping the club stopper and east is keeping the spade stopper, so I'm end up with only 11 tricks. So this is the double squeeze. You can read a lot of theory about that in the books or on the internet, but I'm pretty sure that it will come up very soon again, and I will show you a different kind of squeeze. So see you in the next video.